In this vlog, we will try to see the concept of method overloading in Python programming. So, what is a method overloading and why we need to use it? What are the advantages of using it? If you are watching this tutorial for the first time on our channel, I suggest you to go through our previous tutorials to get a good understanding on Python programming, and do watch this tutorial till the end to get a good understanding on this particular concept. And so now let's get started. So to make you understand this method overloading in a easier way, I'm going to show you a simple example. So let us consider a variable a equal to 10 and the another variable b equal to 15, and now let us try to add these two variables. We can just provide a plus b and now try to run this code, and here you got the output 25, and it's so simple that even a beginner can understand what we have written here. We have provided a value for the variable a and b and we have directly added them, and we have provided a plus sign in between them and try to print the value that is the result of the two numbers. What is happening in the background, what the compiler is doing? So now let's try to see here. So first of all, the two variables which we have defined are of the type integer here. So what does a compiler do when you provide a plus b here is like int dot, and it will consider this method add, and it will assign the first variable a to the self here and b to the x here, that is a second parameter. And make sure you provide proper space between your parameters or else you will be getting a warning message from the compiler that is like missing white space. So make sure you follow this basic format while you are trying to code. And so now let's try to run this code, and for now I'm going to change the value so that you will observe the change. And here you go, when we have provided a plus b also we have got the output like addition of two variables, and now also we got the addition of two variables. So now you got a good understanding. So now you got the point that a plus b and this particular method works the same. And also there are different operators like subtraction, multiplication, division, and you can perform them all here. So this is a background of a basic addition subtraction. Why method overloading is required now? So for example, you have got a customized object and you are trying to add that object. So now let's try to create a class A, and we are going to define a method in it here, and through which we are going to accept two numbers n1 comma n2, and let's try to initialize them as well. Self dot n1 equal to n1 and self dot n2 equal to n2. So here we go, we have provided the two parameters and we have initialized them, and here you can observe we are getting an error that it requires one more blank space. And now let us try to create an object for this class A, and I will try to show you why we are making use of method overloading. And let's consider the object to be a1, and we are going to provide the values like 1 comma 2 here. Just make sure you follow the proper syntax here or else you will be getting small warnings, and yes, you can just ignore them also, but it's a better practice to follow them. So here you can see we have created two objects a1 and a2, and here I have provided 1 comma 2 and 3 comma 4, so those will be allocated according to the positions. And now let's try to make use of a print statement and try to add them. So previously we have done here, right, like print a plus b. So in the same way, here a is a variable, b is a variable, but now what we have done here, we have considered two objects here. As I have said, when you have got a customized objects you can't directly add them. Why? Because here you can see int add or subtract will only recognize these variables only, but it will not consider the objects which are of the class A here. So now I'm trying to remove this code for now, and when you try to run this code here, you will be getting an error as we have discussed just now. Unsupported operands for the type here A. So for the class A, we have not specified any operand that will add these two values here. So now what needs to be done is we need to specify a method that will serve this purpose. So I'm going to define a method add. So here you can see we have got add, and it is having two parameters, self and other. So in our previous tutorial we have discussed in detail what is a self parameter. So I have provided the link in the description section below. You may go through it if you are having any queries regarding it. And let's try to make use of the self keyword and try to add our numbers here. So I'm going to consider t1, which is total 1, and self dot n1 plus other dot n2, not n2 here, n1. So n1 is the 1 here and other n1 is 3 here. So you are going to add this 1 and 3 and you are going to store in t1, that is total 1. So I'm just defining my variables. You can define in your way. So self dot n2 plus other dot n2. So here now let's try to provide t1 comma t2. So now let's try to return this and try to run this code, and here you can see we have got the output 4 comma 6 here. So what is 4 comma 6? Just remove this space. So here 1 plus 3 is 4 and 2 plus 4 is 6 here. So in this way we have performed the method overloading here. The basic add method which we have discussed in our tutorial beginning, we have tried to provide, we have tried to customize it according to our requirement here if you observe, and we try to print the calculation of the object a1 and a2 successfully now. And not only addition, you can perform any other calculations as well according to your customized objects by making use of the concept called method overloading. So I think you understood the concept now, and if you are having any queries, do let me know in the comment section below. I will surely try to help you. And also I suggest you to follow our Python course from beginning, so that if you are a beginner you will know how a variable is declared, how the operators, what are the type of operators, and all the different things which covers under the basics. This is it for this tutorial, and I hope you like this tutorial, and if you like this, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on Python.